Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good afternoon, my friends. Today is Tuesday. I'm doing right now triple cam, Canon R with Canon 85mm, Canon 80D with Canon 50mm, plus Sony A7 II with Sony 35mm. Fotógrafo studio Manhattan, New York City. Welcome to my studio. Setting the microphone. We are focusing on getting the audio just right by setting the microphone. Although cameras have auto mic setting, it always best to manually adjust this feature. With automatic microphone setting, the camera is constantly working to adjust the audio levels. That means if the video subject pauses for even just a brief few seconds, the camera will automatically boost up the volume to make up for the lack of sound. When the subject starts talking again, the audio will sound loud, even distorted to the audience. The easy way around this is to manually set the volume level of the camera's built-in microphone. Looking the focus. Cameras nowadays are designed to automatically adjust their focus based on the surroundings. While this is a great feature, some of the sensors autofocus is not something that you should strive for while you shoot. That's why this setting is all about looking the focus. When you manually set the focus and lock it onto a specific point, you don't have to worry about the camera taking the focus of the video subject and placing it onto something in the background. If that were to happen, the subject would look blurry and out of focus, which we can all agree is not ideal. How to manually set the focus? Setting the camera focus manually is a lot easier if you have an extra set of hands. With two people, the video subjects can sit on the screen while the other person sits in the focus point. But what if it is just you? There are two options here. Use a placeholder in the shot. Utilize your camera Wi-Fi controls. If you are creating this video alone, the first method is to use the placeholder to help set the focus. Bring something into the shot, a pillow, backpack, or anything that you can bring it in a shot to hold the focus point while you're changing the setting. White balance or color temperature is another setting that can distractly change the look and feel of the shot. By setting the white balance incorrectly, the footage could end up looking blurred or even making the subject look like an orange Oompa Loompa. Many cameras come with preset white balance setting that are configured for shooting on a cloudy day, sunny day, or using indoor lighting. Another option is to manually set the color temperature number, also called the Kelvin number. Thank you very much, my friends. Fotógrafo, Joe Studio, Manhattan, New York City. Welcome to my studio. Let's talk about photography. When setting up still life studio, it's important to create an interesting composition that will hold the viewer attention. You will also need to consider the lighting scheme and whether you want to shoot in color or black and white. Light techniques. There are two main types of lighting techniques: artificial lighting and natural lighting. With artificial lighting, you have complete control over your light source, which means you can experiment with different types of light and create a variety of looks. Common artificial lights techniques include backlighting, rim lighting, and reflected light. Natural lighting is more unpredictable since it depends on things like weather condition and time of day. However, many photographers prefer natural light because it can create softer images. If you are just starting out with studio photography, we recommend experimentally with artificial light first. Once you are comfortable with that, then you can start experimenting with natural light.
Chef Farms, we sell quality items, especially in our deli department. We have a world-renowned chef, Mr. Joe. He has his training from Rome, Italy, born in Egypt, but he got this training the cuisine in Rome. So he's a very, very, very top chef. And he makes a great lunch and dinner in our hot food bar. Please stop by our store and try our food. It is delicious.
Let's talk about photography. Macro photography for beginners. Our tips for taking great close-up photos with any camera by fotógrafo Chef Joe. What is best camera for macro photography? You can use just about any kind of camera out there, even a simple point and shoot or a phone camera. A lot of point and shoot cameras have a macro mode for close-ups. DSLR and mirrorless camera use interchangeable lenses. This versatility makes it easier to photograph different subjects at varying distances. If you are interested in mirrorless camera and don't know where to start, take a look at our best mirrorless camera for 2023, or if you would rather stick with DSLR, our DSLR buying guide will get to you on your way. Enter the smartphone. In certain years, the camera phone has become a respectable entry-level tool, and plethora of third-party accessories are available for enhance the photography of small objects. I've used many cell phones to take close-up shots of interest for insects, coins, flowers, leaves, and cats. In some cases, the digital zoom did a great job in capturing detail. If I really wanted to zoom in, so I used
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
along with a clip
Shoot horizontal.
lens.
It goes without saying that cinematographers shoot movies horizontally. So if we are aiming to take cinematic photos, we should also do the same. Use the guide on your screen to make sure the elements in your photo fit into the frame of a wider aspect ratio. Control your composition. Notice how cinematographers control their frame to achieve balance. Some of the most beautiful scenes in films are the simplest. They simply have well thought out composition. Use these same principles to add depth of your photo. Then start coming up with a plan of how you will do this. Will you focus on street photography, controlled portraits, or will you take a bit of inspiration from films like Numbed and seek out rolling landscapes? Lighting in films is very well thought out and controlled. There are teams of people who work behind the scenes to control every aspect. But it doesn't always have to be that complicated. You can create effective lighting without the Hollywood set. You just have to put a bit of thought into it. Use those same lighting techniques to help create cinematic feeling in your images. Light is important because it helps create a mood. For instance, soft lighting can make a scene look dreamy and early. Hard lighting with harsh contrast creates a bit of drama in the photo. It's critical to think about your motive and what your lighting will add to your cinematic portraits. For a smooth look, use soft lighting that comes from large source on the cloud day, cloud diffuser, the light, and give us soft light. Or you can try shooting with natural window light when the sun is not streaming directly into a room. You may also want to try working with a soft box. Soft boxes are a form of artificial light that embed light over a large surface, creating a soft light. Thank you very much, my friends. See you soon. Fotógrafo Joe Studio Manhattan, New York City. Welcome to my studio. Bye.